ਤੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੀ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੀ ਤਾਂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਓਨਟਾਰੀਓ ਸੂਬੇ ਦੇ ਲੌਂਗ ਟਰਮ ਕੇਅਰ ਵਿਭਾਗ ਦੇ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਰੋਡ ਫਿਲਿਪ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਵਾਨ ਵਿਖੇ 250 ਬੈੱਡ ਦਾ ਨਵਾਂ ਲੌਂਗ ਟਰਮ ਕੇਅਰ ਹੋਮ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਦਾ ਐਲਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਸਦਕਾ ਯਾਰਕ ਰੀਜਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੌਂਗ ਟਰਮ ਕੇਅਰ ਬੈੱਡਸ ਦੀ ਗਿਣਤੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਵਾਧਾ ਹੋਏਗਾ। ਇਸ ਮੌਕੇ ਫਿਲਿਪ ਨੇ ਦਾਅਵਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਫੂਡ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸੀਨੀਅਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਪੁਖਤਾ ਸਹੂਲਤਾਂ ਪ੍ਰਦਾਨ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ਾਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ।
Now this 256 beds on this site is part of 2,686 new beds that are currently committed just in York region. So that's almost 4 times the number of beds that were built in the 7 years that preceded our government's election, and that's just here in York region. And that's part of that commitment of 30,000 net new beds, 20,000 of which have already been announced, so 60% of that project already underway. But very pleased that 256 of those new, modern, state-of-the-art beds are going to be built here on this site with the assistance of the provincial lands that I talked about. Now, in the last few days, I've visited the over 300 beds being built at the Ajax Pickering sites. Those are beds that will be available this spring. I celebrated the grand opening of Faith Manor in Brampton and the Grove Nursing Home in Arnprior just outside Ottawa. Over 100 beds on both of those locations, again, new beds. And again today, here we are in Vaughan on the site of another new location. The province has signed a conditional agreement to purchase and sale of this site with Arch Vaughan Facility Inc. And that's part of the process, the very competitive process that Minister Tabolo talked about. As he mentioned, we have other processes underway that we'll be announcing the results of soon, where new beds will be built as a result of the contribution of provincial lands. This future site will have 256 modern, comfortable beds for seniors. That's 256 brand new beds that we hope will be available and are planned to be available by 2026. Residents of the homes will have access to rooms that are built in modern design standards, full air conditioning, and culturally appropriate services focused on the Italian community that is so dominant here in the Vaughan area. Now, removing the barriers that developers face, that we face in terms including provincial land, is just one of the solutions that our provincial government has come up with to make sure we address the challenge of providing more beds.